Hey everyone, it's Michael GoosebumpsFan. I hope you're doing well today. First and foremost, before I start this review, you probably think I've been wearing the same shirt all day every day for days and days and days. Well, let me let you in on a secret for some of us YouTubers out there. I wear this for the recording. I take it off, and then I go do other things like go to work and stuff with a different outfit. And I save this for recording. I record for a couple of days in this. Nothing big deal-wise. Anyway, just wanted to clear that up. I was thinking about that, and I was like, I probably seem kind of gross. Because it's been like, I think it's been like 3 days or something. I don't know. I haven't changed it up yet. But anyway, here we are. I wanted to clear that up just in case anybody ever notices that in the future and asks about it. Because there's like 4 or 5 thumbnails of me wearing the same shirt in a row over multiple days. Just wanted to say that because I was thinking about it. It's very odd. But anyway, as a very bizarre beginning to another Goosebumps book review, we are back with another Goosebumps TV book. And of course, apparently the original title for this, I never paid attention. And I don't know if this is just the early style that they had for the TV books, or just this book. I've never really focused on this, but I don't think I've ever said anything about it. The Goosebumps Presents TV book series actually has the original, this is number 1 of that series, as novelizations of the scripts for the adaptations for the old show of the original books from R.L. Stine. These are not written by R.L. Stine. The titles themselves say R.L. Stine Goosebumps Presents TV Episode Number 1. Yeah, TV episode, not TV book. That's weird, they changed that. I wonder if that happened in book 2 and onward, or what. I don't know, I haven't looked at it before. But anyway, I guess I'll notice that when I do the ranking of these covers and whatever, here soon. Next week, I guess, God willing. Anyway, getting to the actual book, this is Goosebumps Presents TV Episode or TV Book Number 1, The Girl Who Cried Monster. People love the original book. I'm very much one of the people who like that original book quite a bit. It's pretty good. Ending is a little, it's alright. But I think the tension the book builds, the grossness it builds, Mr. Mortman as a villain, really cool. Really enjoyed that original book. And I like the episode for the most part. This, again, is a novelization of that episode's script. And that episode and this book are basically adaptations of that original R.L. Stine book from the OG 62 series, one of the earliest books in the Goosebumps series. This is not written by Stine. This is written by Megan Stine, adapted by Megan Stine, from the teleplay by Charles Lazar, I'm not really sure, based on the novel by R.L. Stine. These are about 60 pages long, in case you've never seen them. Never heard of them. If this happens to be your first time ever hearing about them at all, I wanted to clear that up. This is not the original book with a new cover. I like to say that every review, so people will know. If they want to be a big collector for Goosebumps, you'll know to grab these in each of these TV book reviews. 60 pages long, has about 8 pages in it that are colored photos from the original show of actual stills from the episode, which is pretty cool. Where do I even start with this? I guess I'll start with the plot. The Girl Who Cried Monster, what is this about? Well, this is about a young girl who loves monsters. The idea of ghost stories and creature features and all that. She's a big fan of that kind of thing, especially in the original book. And she has to do like a summer reading program. It is her summer break, and while she's in the summer reading program, she keeps picking up books like Black Beauty and Frankenstein because she looks for monster-type books. In my opinion, Frankenstein is a monster book. I hate the ending of that book. I think the last chapter is absolute trash. Yes, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I'm not a fan of the ending of that one. But that's just me personally. She's obsessed with that kind of thing, and she kind of thinks at one point maybe she's losing her mind when she witnesses Mr. Mortman, the librarian at this local library, who's kind of a strange fellow. He's a single man, very odd. Just the way he communicates with people is very strange. Librarians in general, if you've ever known any of them personally, they're very strange people. I love them. I love the ones I know and the ones I grew up with at school and whatever. But they're strange people. That's just all there is to it. I think it's even more like that now. He just doesn't, he feels off, and I think that's a really good compliment to the writing of Stine's book, this book, the episode, anything. And Mortman, our main character, realizes might be a monster himself when she sees him doing some pretty gross stuff when he thinks that no one's in the store or in the library or whatever. He transforms into something. It's pretty gross. This picture right here on the cover is actually Mr. Mortman himself. That's pretty horrific. Not the best cover ever. One of the better TV book covers in my opinion. But all the floating heads like in modern day posters, that's pretty bizarre. I don't really want to tell you too much. It's really, I've already told you like 20 pages worth of this 60-page long story. And I really don't want to tell you too much more to really spoil it for you. But I think that if you like monster stories, this is for you. I still think, even though I'm not a fan of the ending of the original book, of the episode, or this, which is basically the episode turned into a book, the ending still doesn't land for me. I just think it doesn't... The explanations, the solutions, the resolutions, whatever, any kind of resolve at the end of the book, I don't like it. I just think it doesn't work. I probably would have liked it more as a kid. Kind of like Welcome to Camp Nightmare. I really loved the ending. It felt very Twilight Zone at that book when I was a kid because I loved Twilight Zone. But Twilight Zone is smarter than Goosebumps. Let's just be honest here. I love Goosebumps, but Twilight Zone is smarter than Goosebumps because of Mr. Rod Serling. And Welcome to Camp Nightmare's ending has drifted away from me as I've gotten older. I think it's a weaker ending. I'm not really a fan of that ending. I think it's kind of a strange twist just to have a twist. And not a fan of that one. That's just my personal opinion, though. The Girl Who Cried Monster has a little bit of that syndrome, if you will. I think the ending is not the greatest. But I do enjoy the book. I do want it to be known. I think the TV book is fun to read. It feels like a Stein book. I think, is it Megan Stein that wrote this one, I believe? Yes, Megan Stein wrote this one. Feels like R.L. Stein's writing style, which I always try to tell people, that's a compliment. I think if you're able to mimic that in a good way, I think it works really well. I like the writing style. I think it's fun to read, and I like this character, this main girl who's into monsters and stuff. That's pretty cool because that reminds me of me when I was a kid and growing up on horror movies and whatever. I like those kinds of characters. It's like Corey Feldman in Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, which is part 4. I love that character because of that. Like, there's just something about that interests me. It's like the other kid from Salem's Lot. I think his name is Mark. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen Salem's Lot. There's a remake of that coming out, by the way. Anyway, I'm stalling because I really don't have much more to say about this. Let's talk about the colored photos for this. Let's see. They are a little bit exposed looking. Like, they look way brighter than they actually are in the episode from what my memory was watching them recently. Because this is one of the last classic OG 62 books I read last year when I finished up the entire series and ranked them and everything. I think this was in the last 10 or so that I read, maybe the last 5. But the photos themselves, when I watched the episode at that time, I don't remember it looking that bright. It might not come across as bright as it does in real life compared to what you're seeing on the camera, but, you know, it is what it is. And of course, they have a different font and stuff. Not font, but they have a different, like, format. Like, this is a yellow one instead of a pink bubble, which you usually get for writing on these. There's, like, a pink background without, like, any kind of designs or anything. That's pretty neat. Not used to seeing that. I wonder what book number 2 looks like. I think I already read that one. I could be wrong, though. These little papers, I like to bring this up all the time with the pictures and stuff, they're in the dead middle of the book. And if you're reading this book, and you've never seen the episode, never read the original book or read this book, as you read it, these pictures and all the little words and stuff put with them, it's going to spoil the end of the book for you. Not that it's the best ending ever, but it's going to spoil it for you and kind of ruin it, I think. Just a heads up in case you didn't know about that. I wanted to make sure you knew, and yeah. Do you hear that? Wow. In the middle of my recording. Anyway, here we are. That's really it. The Girl Who Cried Monster. If it seems like I'm at a loss for words, it's because I really don't have much to say about this one. It is what it is. The people who love it really love it. The people who like it, like myself, we really like it. The people who hate it probably hate it. I don't really think I've ever met anybody who hates this book because of the kind of fun mystery, weirdo aspect about Mr. Mortman to this, which is also contained here really well, by the way. I don't know if I said that already, but he's really translated well from the original book to this or to the episode. I think it works really well. Actor was really good in the episode, too. Anyway, with all that being said, TV book number 1, what would I rank The Girl Who Cried, or what would I rate The Girl Who Cried Monster? If I had to rate it on a 5-star basis, I would give it like a 3 out of 5 stars, but it's kind of like a close to 4. If the ending was better, I think it would be a 4 for me. I was a little reluctant going into this one because I couldn't remember how enjoyable this would be going into it, you know, for the first time ever after experiencing the original book and the episode and all that. But it wasn't bad. I had a good time reading it for the most part. The ending really is summarized in like 5 pages, so like 1 chapter. It flies by. Anyway, with all that being said, that is my opinion on this. Have you read the original book? Have you seen the episode? I'm sure you guys have probably done one of those because it's a popular book. But what did you think about the TV book if you actually read this? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I'd love to hear what you all have to say down in the comment section down below. That's pretty much it. I'm sorry, it's a weird review. It's a weird day. It's like raining today. It was super warm outside yesterday. Now it's just kind of humid. It's not even the end of winter yet in Virginia. What? Anyway, thank you all for watching. God bless you all. I have started the final Series 2000 book. I'm reading that. I'm over halfway through right now. Might finish it up before work today. I might be able to record the review. Not upload it, but maybe get it recorded. I don't know for sure. I'll see what I can do. But I will say this. I have 2 more TV books left, and then I'm done with that series too. So next week you guys are going to have a lot of crazy content coming your way, just so you know. With one Series 2000 book left that I'm almost done with, and then we have to rate and rank all of those in a couple of videos with the covers and worst to best and all that for the stories. And then you have the TV books, the same situation. So next week is going to be filled with a lot of ranking videos. It might be less reviews, just so you know, because it takes a lot of time to record the ranking videos because I'm a rambler, as you can tell from this review. So just be ready for that. I wanted to let you guys know again, remind you. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. God bless you all. Tomorrow's Friday. Thank God. It's been that kind of week. And goodbye.